there, this is Boombox Review, and today we're going to do a full review of the Sakura D3, which is here and here. Special thanks to our sponsors, AGTs, for making this episode happen. #1 stars for your RC car parts. Now we're going to talk about a few points of the Sakura D3, the good points now. Okay, the Sakura D3 is fairly cheap, ranging around $100 to $140. You can go around with the pre-assembled one or the kit version. But yeah, it is pretty accessible throughout AGTs because every part that they have that you're going to need on the Sakura D3 is there. It is very easy to build because it comes with a very clear manual that you can basically base your build on. It is the fastest way to get into professional drifting since it's pretty cheap, and then you can get parts basically everywhere and in AGTs as well. Great support around drifting community because nearly a lot of people has the Sakura D3 since it's like very easy to get. And then if you have any problems with your Sakura D3, you can easily just go to the forums and ask them about what you should do and what you should not do. Spare parts are pretty cheap in AGTs, and then if you go over $75, it's free shipping in AGTs.com. And then reasonable price on hop-up parts. If you compare the hop-up parts that you buy for Sakura D3 throughout other chassis, it's pretty cheap, and then you can easily get them in AGTs. And if you go over $75, as I said, it's free shipping in AGTs. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the bad points of the Sakura D3 chassis, because out of the box you're gonna need a few upgrades here and there. So we're gonna start off with the aluminum spur adapter. Now, out of the box they give you a plastic spur adapter. So, like if you tight your spur in one side and not on the other, it will be somewhat wobbly during time where you're gonna run it. Now, the next upgrade that you should get, that would be the wide angle shaft, the SAK-D331, because the shaft that they give you out of the box is not really, how am I gonna say this, compatible with 55-degree steering lock. You should get it because the stock ones shatter around 30 degrees. So I would really do suggest it that you should get the wide angle shafts. Okay, the next upgrade that you should get, that would be the aluminum front one-way. And the front one-way is the thing that people ask a lot on drifting videos. They ask like, oh my god, that thing looks so cool, it's like a real car. It's basically where your rear locks while your front still spins, as I will show you here. There you go. And I will show you a close-up now. Then as you can see there, that would be the front one-way there. Anyways, the next upgrade that you should get, that would be the aluminum pulley gears. Since the car out of the box comes with plastic pulley gears, I would clearly suggest to get aluminum pulley gears because the plastic pulley gears is a lot of hassle to install, and this thing just uses one grub screw to install into your shaft. And then it will help your belts last a lot longer. And then yeah, and it's cheap as well. So if you can get it, please do get it. It's not really quite needed out of the box, but if you have the extra money, please do get it because it will save you a lot of hassle from installing the pulley gears. So the next upgrade that you should get, that is very important, that would be this little tiny thing there. It's called a belt tensioner. Now the belt tensioner helps your belt to get tension because out of the box your belt has quite a lot of slop. And there's another way to do it as well. You can basically just put a shim there to make it less sloppy, but I do quite suggest to get the belt tensioner. The next upgrade that you should get, that would be the aluminum steering rack. This will be the optional parts that you should get. Now the steering rack does reduce your slop on your steering just a fair bit anyways. It reduces your slop, as you can see here. And we did actually put some tiny shims which you could get, but like I do suggest getting the steering rack. It's more sloppy than the stock ones, as you can see here moving. And for some reason it is a lot smoother for my personal sayings. And this would be the steering rack that you could get. You can get the 3 racing one or the boom racing ones. They're basically the same except of the colors. So yeah. Okay, the next upgrade or the next optional upgrade that you should get, that I do suggest, that would be the graphite shock towers or the aluminum boom racing shock towers. They're basically the same, except boom racing provides different colors and they're aluminum, and the three racing ones is carbon graphite, which is I do suggest because it looks a lot cooler. Now the reason why you should get the carbon graphite shock towers is because the ones that they gave you from out of the box is a bit too sloppy, and it doesn't really give you the proper feel for the for your suspension. So I do quite suggest to get the shock towers, the carbon graphite shock towers, because it's a lot more smoother during transitions and all. So yes, the next optional upgrade that I do quite suggest, they don't really need it, but I do quite suggest it, that would be the ball bearings from boom racing. Now the ones that they give you out of the box, they do work the way the bearings should work, but during time I have on my D3, it does actually quite, it did give up on me. Now if you do get the ball bearing set, it will run your car a lot smoother, and it does sound a lot sweeter, and it's very cool. As you can see here, all the thing that makes sounds here, that would be the motor. As you can see here, this thing has the ball bearings as well. It's really smooth. All you can hear would be the fan. As you can see there, that's just the fan now. Now, yeah, I do quite suggest it. Yeah, this would be the end of the Sakura D3 review. Don't worry, there will be more upgrades to come and to be reviewed, and we will do videos about the mods and how you should set up your Sakura D3. Now, special thanks to our amazing sponsor, ageoftees.com, for sponsoring this episode of Boombox Review. There will be more upgrades and more reviews to come, so you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to our next reviews. So thanks a lot. Thanks, Age of Tees.